Yo, what's up? It's your boy, Cups to Universe, K Ups. You already know, join the Universe tribe. You know what I'm saying? Real quick and real easy type situations going down here. Great vibes, positive energy, I was just thinking, man, and I just wanted to say this. It's just like a critical thought. Two things that I was thinking about. One, you know, back to Moses, but just real quick, right? Because we know the biblicals, as far as the Greece and the Romans, the Jews, you know, we know that that came from a papyrus in Egypt. That's why they say amen, amen, right? Cool. Egypt is cool. Kemet is what it's really called, but other things too before Kemet, but Kemet, right? We know that because the what people call sinning is commandments that they're breaking, right? And we know that the 10 commandments out of the Bible or out of any biblical text after Kemet, for the most part, um, the 10 commandments came from the 42 laws of Maya. If you don't believe that, look up the 42 laws of Maya, compare them with the commandments, and you will see that all 10 of those commandments are in the 42 laws of Maya. So Moses' teaching of the Jews is mainly Melchizedek's teaching, like that tribe. And they basically instilled the Jews with the information, you know, of what they know. But the commandments itself is blatantly, clearly comes out of Maya, and Maya is balanced. So I could see that working. But look at that. It's 32 more laws more so than just the 10 commandments. Mind you, those are commandments. And the moon, what they call sin. You know what I'm saying? And why would they call the moon sin? Right? And then why would there be 7 deadly sins and 7 virtues? Right? Because the polarity of the emotions that can be felt from the moon, if it's in those polarities of jealousy, hatred, envy, gluttony, if it's in those energies and those energies overwhelm your vessel, then you are sinning against yourself, your higher self. You see what I'm saying? Your higher self is who's taking the grunt of that discretion, because it doesn't want to behave in that fashion. You know what I'm saying? And if it did, then those things will feel more comfortable to a person. Those things will make a person like, yo, man, I don't see nothing wrong with this. You see what I'm saying? In an aspect of polarity, not of singularity, right? Or Zen mode. Basically, so that's just a short, you know what I'm saying? But Kemet, is it safe to say that in Kemet, the highest form of, in my opinion, of studying Kemet, the highest knowledge in Kemet to me was the Emerald Tablets? There was other things that was misinterpreted, right? Because remember, 1500s, 14, 15 down, 16, when they started writing books, when they started publishing things, when they started like making maps, when they started kind of like exploring. So you got this whole time when people was separated and nobody really knew how they was operating and what was going on and what was their achievements, right? And why I say this is to say that the highest form of information to me from what I learned from Kemet was the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, the 7 principles, right? The vibration, the correlation, you know what I'm saying, the energy exchange, the like all that, the above so below and boom boom, right? Those polarities, those principles, those sciences of Thoth would be like the cream of the crop of Kemet, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Now, everybody goes with Kemet. Kemet is, the greatest, and Kemet is great, right? But we always hear people saying, "Oh, the indigenous people wasn't doing nothing. They was super, non, intelligent. They was savages, right?" Now watch this. Check this. A lot of people already know now that Atlantis is in America, right? Or Atlantis was in America. The landmass is in America, right? I would say it could be America. It could be in America. If it's in America, then I'm convinced that Lemuria was the Canada, America, South America, Caribbean islands information when it was one and not, I guess, flooded over in certain locations, right? Now, Atlantis is in North America, right? The indigenous people were the first people, right? Now, why I say this, and this is the history that they take out, and this is how I peep game. Thoth was an Atlantean. Thoth, the Atlantean, was the one who wrote the Hermetic principles, right? So if he's an Atlantean, then either one or two things. He was in North America with indigenous. He's indigenous to the Americanas, the Turtle Islands, to the tribes, right? And either he traveled during the flood of certain locations and went into the Africa regions and started in, schooling them on what he knew till it came to the point of being Kemet, or his information from Atlantis was transcribed to Africa. Either way you put it, civilization couldn't have started in Africa if Atlantis is in North America, because Atlantis was before Kemet. So if Atlantis was before Kemet, then Atlantis was the most technologically advanced city of ancient times. That was the junction where intergalactic, extraterrestrial, interdimensional, interdimensional beings, like a junction for them. You see what I'm saying? Where they could pop in and out. It was like we was up at that point in time. You see what I'm saying? As a earth, as a spear, as a somewhere along the line, if you get into the Atlantis story and different variations from what I've come to understand, is the Atlanteans was the beings native to the planet, and the other opposite force that they had to contend with was the original Martians. Now, this is the story. It's one of the stories that I observed and that I've overheard and that I looked into. But, I think about it. And it's like, okay, so they were supposed to be the Martians. So the Martians brought the war. So what they're saying is basically it goes all the way back to what we've been saying all along, right? First of all, indigenous people was benevolent beings. You can get that in your head. Through the lineage of what they lost to throughout their history in the beginning of ages and all that, some of those cultures became lost. You see what I'm saying? Because if you're going to sacrifice your whole village to a sun spirit that you believe, and it's just blood just running down this Incan pyramid or Mayan pyramid, you clearly lost. At that point, I mean, it may make sense to you at that time, but it's one of those traditions stem down to the sacrificing traditions of today. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to say is the indigenous beings was top dogs. You see what I'm saying? Because Atlantean Thoth is an Atlantean, if you want to take it in that aspect. Then other than Atlantis and Lemuria, it's externally dimensional, which is more internally, but without this sphere of existence or of experience yet. It wasn't realized. It wasn't observed yet. Now I mean consciousness is on this sphere for us. See what I'm saying? So it's focusing. So now the wave is a particle now. If you want to, it's materialized. You see what I'm saying? From a thought, from a wave, from something lighter. You know? Like I said, man, Kemet is a beautiful place. I learned a lot studying Kemet. You know what I'm saying? And the Tibetan Book of the Dead is another book that I learned a lot from. Certain books is just like click, click, click. The Medu Nature. The book, not the text. The text on the pyramids was good too. Pyramid text and learning their language, but the book was another one. Blessing. Certain books I read was like pew 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 pew. You know, I mean, and listening to other brothers and people speak the pieces of the puzzle that make my puzzle make sense. Make my you know what I mean, my how I coagulate it basically. So basically what I'm saying is, Moses' 10 Commandments came directly from the 1042 laws of Ma'at. All right. And now let's just say it. It's okay. It's cool. And Thoth basically had the deepest principle in Kemet that I studied, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? As far as the principles of how science works without having certain observational things to really break them down further. And Thoth is an Atlantean. So either Thoth knowledge or his bloodline or him himself, you know what I'm saying, as a being, walking the planet at a certain time that nobody even... Now, mind you, all this stuff is translated. So it's translated currently. Pretty currently. So, you could take that with a grain of salt also. But basically, Thoth is an Atlantean. Atlantis is in North America. We know the red people had North America, the indigenous beings of Turtle Island or the continent of Americas or whatever you want to classify it as, right? So basically, if that information came from North America, from Atlantis, then Atlantis was the top dog city. Kemet was a version of Atlantis in Africa. You see what I'm saying? And Thoth was the reason why ushered it down through there. I mean, this is just how I looked at that. You know what I'm saying? I know it's more metaphysical. I know it's more symbolic. But if I look at it like that, then I would say, yo, Kemet wasn't the creme de la creme. Kemet was the byproduct as best as they could get it. And it was top of the top. But it wasn't, you know what I'm saying, Atlantis. And Atlantis was top of the top. Like, it was creme de la creme. You see what I'm saying? That's how I see it, So, yeah, it's your boy, Cups the Universe, K-Ups. You already know, man. If you enjoy it, boy, we just speaking on a little bit. If it, whatever. Hit the like button or, subscribe to the channel, I mean, it's all good. It's all love. I just feel like some of this time, this energy needs to come out and be expressed because, I was just thinking about it. And it's like, yo, why is it that obvious? And that's kind of obvious. Like, it's like, wait a minute, boom, bang, bang, bang. This is older than that, bang. Oh, okay, this got way more in it. Okay, boom, boom. But ain't something from Atlantis, boom. They say Atlantis is over here, North America, East Coast. You know what I'm saying? Like, America. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they went so hard maybe to go against the indigenous people to wipe their history completely off the planet. And kind of leave some of Kemet's there. Because this Atlantis information was like, yo. It probably was like beyond. It probably had star maps and situations that we don't even know about at this time and point. Because they might have been more in tune with beings that literally traveled these places. That was actually good beings too. Just because they're not humans don't mean they gotta be some monster, some malevolent destroyer, some alien, I gotta kill you. Like all these movies with the aliens always know how to talk English, or you know what I'm saying, understand it. In cartoons, these niggas be from a whole nother galaxy and know English. Like it just shit don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, there are beings that, you know what I'm saying, they vibe with your vibe. It's somehow they communicate telepathy when they interact with you. It'll be probably pictures and visions of things more so than words and sounds. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. And yeah, Thoth the Atlantean, baby. North America, baby. All the indigenous on American islands, the Caribbeans, the Canadian islands, and you know the South Americas, the indigenous tribes and the ancestors from that land that was slaughtered is was sticking around right now. It's kicking up dust right now. It's like, yo, we remember. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so yo, it's your boy, man. Hope everybody have a blessed day. You know what I'm saying? It's a little rainy outside today, so you going outside, have your umbrella, you know what I'm saying? Stay dry, you know what I mean? You don't want to get none of your good important papers wet. You know how that go in the rain. I always hated taking care of important business in the rain, because then it's like, damn, it's raining and I got to protect the paperwork like it was gold, and it was funny, you know? But it's your boy once again, and you know, everybody have a blessed one. I'll catch up with y'all another time. And until we meet again, or until I speak again, peace.